due to it being unseasonably cold all of a sudden. I mean, 2 weeks ago it was 95, 100 degrees, and now we're having lows in the high 40s at night. And I'm going to be busy with orchid judging in the next weekends of September. I decided to go ahead and bring in some of my less cold tolerant orchids this weekend. And in preparation, I decided to be crazy, and I put this wardrobe rack on top of my old tile top table, and I should really start a poll to see if it's going to fall over this winter, but it'll give me some place to hang my epiphyllums. And also I've decided that I am going to try something different this year. So in years past, I've had my tall black racks on either side of this room, and then I've had my rotating racks for my mounted plants in the middle. And this year I'm going to try this at the southern end of the room so they can get more sun. But also I think that since I've gone to moving the operable windows from the side, so here's where it used to be, that I no longer get condensation on the tops of the windows. And so it's actually warmer and drier there now than it used to be. And it's probably a little bit cooler here, but this will now allow me to rotate these racks and face them toward the sun. So here's my backyard right now. I believe today's high is only supposed to be like 65. It feels warmer than that with the sun out right now. And everything, of course, is done great, but all my bifoliates, which are getting the most sun right here, are not very cold tolerant. So I'm thinking of going kind of moving them in, and maybe like the Stanhopea. And then I'm gonna try to leave some of my Cattleyas out, or we'll see how many I can get in. Might not be leaving as much as I just can't get that much done today. I spent all Saturday trying to move stuff around in my room to get it set up, but I'm gonna probably leave the dendrobiums out, things like the Myrmecophila right there, the Brassavola hybrids, they're all going to go in. I did try to give everything one last good watering, because that's the reason I really have everything outside in the summer, is that it's just easier to water all my orchids. And I'll probably do a little bit of rearrangement, like with this dendrobium, which is bumping up against the shade cloth, and you can see it's rubbed off a bunch of the leaves. And so hopefully things that are getting left out will grow a little better. So I managed to bring in, with help from my spouse, since I lost both my kids to work and college, about 10%, I think, of my collection. But I did get the Guatemalensis in, which was the biggest plant. And I brought in like all my catasetums. And I have had to shut the door on Pinto because he has already managed to eat 2 plants. This is not the final resting place of the plants that have come in, but since the majority is still outside, I have a lot of room right now to just hang things randomly. I'm gonna finish this video by showing what my grow space looks like in the morning. So I'm currently running a lot more humidifiers in here because when the air is warm, it has a higher capacity for holding moisture, and it's very, very foggy in my grow space. And I Amazoned large clamps to clamp that shelf that's on this table. And hopefully this will keep it from falling over.